Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Wednesday, May 8th, 2019. Alright, so today we have still the crescent phase of the lunar cycle, very early phase. We just had that new moon last weekend. So a great time for slowly, still getting acclimated to the energy, but building a little bit of momentum as the energy increases throughout the lunar month. Now with this, the moon shifts into Gemini today, so likely themes around communication, maybe practical matters, learning, using our minds, these types of things. And Mercury, the planet that rules Gemini, is going into active Aries this part of the week and over Uranus. So today we may feel a bit of invigorated mind perhaps, maybe invigorated communication. There could be quite assertiveness and directness and initiative energy when it comes to that sort of thinking and communication realm. Especially with Uranus, there could be maybe some new ideas, some excitement, very future-oriented type of mind. All right, so along with this, the sun is going to be sextiling Neptune today, so we could be focused on maybe our dreams or ideals, maybe wanting a bit of tranquility, maybe quite compassionate, just quite receptive, or at least receptivity available collectively with that aspect. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here is the sky for this Wednesday. And again, we are using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. So if you do notice that I say some sign that is different from where you think a planet is or where you've heard a planet is, do check the link down below for more information on true sidereal astrology. All right, so let's go and take a look here first at the moon. The moon does represent the theme of the day. And here in Gemini, the theme could be around exchanging, you could say. So exchanging could deal with themes around communication, sharing of information, maybe correspondence, usually very practical time when the moon's in Gemini. So we could be dealing with practical matters, matters pertaining to flexibility, adaptability. As information changes, we become more flexible, more adaptive, and learning, more willing to learn as well. Great time for learning, doing some reading, writing, again, things on that sort of mental and communicative realm. So themes around it, and just really good to cultivate that practical side of ourselves. So with this, we are in the crescent phase of the lunar cycle, which just started around Saturday of last weekend. And so still in the early phase, but starting to move some energy forward. And if there was any new insights from the weekend or from earlier this week or even now, it is a great time to slowly be implementing maybe some of these ideas, insights, new beginnings, new energies, new feelings, whatever it might be that's arising from this subtle new beginning taking place this week. All right, so in terms of the aspects, we do have two aspects going exact here today, one of which is Mercury passing over Uranus and entering Aries. So Mercury, the planet of that communication and of thinking, coming out of the ethers. We've had Mercury in Pisces for a very long time, months, and that was because Mercury went retrograde in Pisces, and it really dragged out that whole etheric mind, matters pertaining to surrendering, needing to listen to our intuition, our inner guidance, things of this nature, probably very dreamy as well. So that's starting to shift, and if you haven't already felt it, today there'll likely be a bit more of this fire energy with the mind and a bit of progressiveness. And this is the Aries-Uranus energy. So with Aries, it's fire, right? Our minds can be quite invigorated perhaps, coming out of the ethers. We could be quite direct, maybe quite assertive when it comes to what we're communicating or thinking about. And just with Uranus, maybe a bit stimulated, excited, thinking about maybe things like the future or progressive matters. This kind of spontaneous, thinking outside the norm type of energy could be very strong here today. So with this combination, there could be maybe some new insights, new innovative thinking, ideas coming to us that we normally wouldn't see. and just enjoying a bit of maybe new ideas, new thinking, new ways of communicating. Again, all in this kind of fiery and direct and invigorated kind of way with the shift into Aries. All right, so do give it time, of course. Mercury is still kind of on the cusp here, but especially as the day unfolds and going into tomorrow, more of that fiery Aries energy. So along with this, we do have a bit of a counterbalance, you could say, which is the Sun in Aries sextiling up to Neptune. Now, Neptune is the planet that rules Pisces. So with this, there's also maybe a bit of receptivity here today. Maybe a willingness to be present, to surrender, to find a bit of peace and tranquility, probably wanting a bit of peace and tranquility with this kind of aspect. And it's just an opening to do this. So great day for letting maybe our perspective wander a bit, maybe focusing on dreams and ideals, getting into that present moment, bringing in some peace and tranquility into our life. And it could also be maybe quite creative, and in relationships, maybe a bit compassionate, understanding, accepting, this kind of stuff available. And I do say that with an emphasis because sextiles, we're not sort of thrusted into the energy like we do when we're in a conjunction, but we do have this kind of opening for it. So doors opening today to bring in a bit of that receptive, accepting, tranquil, dreamy kind of energy available. But the strongest thing today will be this Mercury aspect, Mercury shifting into fiery Aries. Again, that direct mind, direct communication, probably more awareness of our needs, how to express those needs. And with Uranus, progressiveness, excitement with the mind, thinking outside the norm, all of this kind of free-spirited type of thinking can be very strong with this conjunction today. And again, could even be a new beginning. Could be like our communication being more in alignment with our true self, and what we're thinking being more in alignment with that spontaneous true self as well. So very nice conjunction there with those two planets. All right, but other than that, the theme of the day around same matters: communication, learning, practical stuff. Great day to be flexible, adaptive, really treat life as a place to learn, as an experience to learn. And in that way, we kind of become light on our toes and have a bit of that kind of playful kind of energy, which can be the case with Gemini as well. All right, all in this very early phase of the lunar cycle, slowly building momentum as we go through the lunar month. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time for the next daily video. Take care.